not using your arms early. You've got to uppercut as soon as you start running. It's killing you. Once you start running, you're fine. But you're like running like... I'm a track coach. I have a track club, and I'm also the Springfield High School girls head track coach. And other things I do is I write, I do poetry, and I do electronic music. You can judge a kid's growth by what they do in practice and their skill improvement and all of that, but how they respond to competition is really going to show just what kind of growth they truly had. And I know that we had some incidents last year that didn't go well for us, and you could see the hurt on some of the young faces, which was good because all of a sudden it meant that it was important to them. Before it was just something to do, something to put on that senior resume or whatever. It wasn't really internal. And anytime that you hurt from disappointment, you've internalized it. And even though it was a painful lesson, that was the lesson that they needed, and they got that growth directly out of competition. You have to remember the business that you're trying to take care of. You're trying. Right.
Yes.
You're establishing habits. I'm saying certain things in certain ways because the habits I'm establishing are good ones. You're basically learning not only that the world is a competitive place and that you have to be prepared for that, you're also learning structure. You're learning how to work together as a team, putting, say, some of your so-called selfish things aside for the benefit of a group. And you're also learning to have fun with doing all of that. It's not like I'm training robots. I'm working on getting young people to be more thoughtful, more considerate, to be prepared to be productive young men and young women. And that's basically what's going to really happen right after graduation. They're going to be in the workforce, the educational force, whatever, but they're going to be out there. As I was a little guy, my growth spurt was really late. I was 140 pounds coming out of high school. So they put me in the weight room at Southern Cal with the linemen, and when I wasn't eating, I was lifting. And a year from then, I was 185. I was faster, I was stronger. And I was like, wow, now I feel like I belong with all of these world-class Olympic-type guys. And it was very appealing because I was fortunate to go to Southern Cal during the period that the Olympics were in Los Angeles. So you got a whole bunch of different cultures coming in with the different cultures that were already there. And what made that fascinating is that I could see that those people coming in from those national teams were as excited as I was my freshman semester coming into Los Angeles from Akron, Ohio. And just say, example, the Eastern Europeans. Well, there's not a lot of grocery stores and stuff like that and fresh fruits and vegetables just because of how things are structured there. So for them to go to the grocery store was like our going to the mall. And I didn't realize until I got back here how much things had changed because of the rubber companies leaving and the whole economic thing. And matter of fact, even more so when I went to other places in Ohio like Youngstown, where I had relatives that grew up there. And I know people say this and that about Akron and Cleveland, but Youngstown's got them both beat because of how much they've lost and how much the steel industry meant to them. And they really haven't recovered from that. But that's made everybody tougher, a little more resilient, more creative too, because there's things that you get when you lose stuff, and one of those things you get is toughness because you have to compensate for what you don't have and make it work anyway. Y-E-T, yet. You will, you just can't do it yet, okay? It's all going to make you better. Remember, we've had this battle last year. Oh, Coach, I don't know about this.